Mysore Palace of India. So this let me explain the context. I have released another short clip of an answer that I gave about why are there no royal palaces in India, and I said that throughout India's history, India's kings have adhered to a dharmic code of conduct wherein they cannot amass luxuries and wealth. They have to basically serve their highest morality is to serve the kingdom and the people, and not to enrich themselves. And that's why they always lived humbly, and they never lived a luxurious lifestyle. So many people have given me examples of where I am mistaken, where I am proven to be wrong. So this is one gentleman who says that the Mysore Palace of India, where the king is a Hindu, LOL, this is a joke. And what about Rajasthan, which was full of forts? Okay, so that's one. I'll give you some more examples. This is another one by Nirali. We have a palace in Vadodara, Lakshmi Vilas Palace. Solu says, what about the Rajasthani palaces, which are actually forts? Vijay says, episodes like this make me doubt all other episodes. Hope you get a chance to visit Hampi, Rajasthan, etc., other palaces in India. Raigad, okay, Gadi and Gad is not less than palace, etc. Raigad, etc. These are Gads, which Dheeraj would like to interpret as palaces. Okay. Mysore Palace, another example. Okay, so these are examples that people have given me. Now, this is what I have written in the description of my video. Discounting a handful of British occupation era palaces built by puppet kings, there are no royal palaces in India, despite countless kingdoms, dynasties, and empires having flourished over nearly 10,000 years of India's archaeologically attested history. Why is this so? So that was the question. So I have clearly said that there are a few British occupation era palaces built by puppet kings. So the palace in Mysore is one of those British occupation era palaces. The palace in Vadodara or Baroda is again a British occupation era palace. And these Rajasthani, okay, let's talk about Hampi. Hampi, there is no palace in Hampi. It's all monumental architecture. It was one of the most prosperous empires in India. Everything was on a grand scale, but there is no royal palace there. You're mistaken, sir. There's no royal palace there. And when it comes to the Rajasthani forts, we have to understand the difference between a fort and a royal palace. A fort is a town that is surrounded by a wall to keep occupiers or invaders out. It is an entire town which is surrounded by a wall. Now, if the entire town is built on a luxurious scale, it means that India was very prosperous in the past. It is not a royal palace. It is a place where everybody, including the king and the commoners and the soldiers, everybody would be encamped within the walls. So those are the Rajasthan forts. There are a couple of palaces. Yes, those are British occupation era palaces. Please understand the difference between a palace and a fort. And please understand the difference between the British occupation era and the previous 10,000 years of India's history. So my point stands that with very, very few exceptions, there are no royal palaces in India throughout the 10,000-year-old history of India. Indian kings have always adhered to a dharmic code of conduct wherein their only duty is to ensure the prosperity of the kingdom and the people. They have never lived luxurious lifestyles. You can see this through anywhere in the country. There are no royal palaces except for the ones I just spoke about. And the forts, the Gads, are not palaces. Those are fortifications wherein in which thousands of people would take shelter. So if they were built on a palatial scale, it only means that India was very prosperous in that era. So I hope that clarifies this matter.